Hello, hello. Welcome to this live Zoom event. This is Chukwemeka Edward Atede and Yawona Waro Hawan of Apugo. And this is Flight on the World podcast with your host, Eddy4ShoT. Yes, my name is Chukwemeka Edward Atede and Yawona Waro Hawan of Apugo. And we are just on live with a couple of gentlemen. And I'm about to invite them back up on there because it was a very engaging interview we were having. I'm going to copy the link and send forward it to them on the WhatsApp group that I have. So let me paste and send. Alrighty. And send to people out there so that they can get the link and join us. The more people join us, the better. It's always amazing to have you on the other side of the listening wave. Please join us on Eddy4ShoT. It's always an honor. Let me see. I'm trying to connect the link and post it on my WhatsApp, so that people can join from all over. It's gonna be unique. Let me see if there's something else I can add. Anything else? I think that's it. Sending. Posting it on my status. Alright, I've posted it and I've sent it to people. Please let me admit people. Admit. Yes, welcome, sir. Sorry for it. It took so long. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can.
Excellent. Welcome back to the show. As we are. Welcome back to Eddy4ShoT live on the live with Flight on the Wall podcast with Eddy4ShoT. We are here with Ademola. You are the first of those who are returning to the meeting. I don't know why the network is still taking a while to admit the rest of the people, but here they come. We want to welcome you guys back to the show. We were having a very, very interesting conversation. We are waiting for the fourth person to join us. We do have a new guest that's going to join us after this in a few
Okay.
seconds. So please, if we could have everything get started. I'm going to stop the recording on over here and restart it so that we can have the full conversation. Okay? I'll save it as. So this will be added. This was Jaru, Henry, and Ademola, right? Jaru, Ademola, and Henry. Catch. All right, and I'm hitting the record button, and we are live again. Henry is back. Let me admit.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome. Please let us introduce ourselves again. My name is Dr. Chukwemeka Edward Atede,
Hello.
Anya one of Abugo. Welcome back to Eddy4ShoT Live. We are here with the smart and wonderful gentlemen. Like on my right over here, we have Ademola Adeneko. Over here, down here, we have
Eddy for sure.
Chigozie, Daru, and over here to the left on the other side, or somewhere that pointed in the around me, is Henry
Nice to
Obiago.
meet you.
These are illustrious men from Nigeria, and I want to welcome them to the show once again. I had to cut it a little short so that we could get back to this conversation,
Okay.
right? Clean, clear, uncut conversation. Gentlemen, please
I think
introduce yourself.
someone's background is noisy. Jaru, that place where you did, wind too
How
much
far,
for there.
bro? I'm a
Sorry,
way
I
too
do.
much. I dey tell you, na beach I dey stay now. Na seaside I do. Okay,
Money,
even they hear
money,
the
Eh now,
money, money,
now rich men
money.
they live for
So na
beachfront.
seaside I do, bro. Small time now, I still enter house. Na beach. I'm on a seaside I
Now
do,
big men, now
bro.
big men they stay for beachside.
Na the breeze.
Abi,
See.
yeah.
I don't know if I can share container. But bro, now the see projects where they go on now. Oh, they supervise. Well, yeah. So what's up now? I'm a bro. My investment day, yes, still, shout. A very good day. We'll talk about that one still.
Well, let's start with your
How
investment
far? Now they
first
hear
and
me?
see. Let's see
Yes,
how
we
we
can
can
hear
make
you.
we can make
Yeah.
good prospects from that.
Okay, boss. Is the wind disturbing you guys? You guys can't hear me
Guys,
properly?
yeah, we
Yeah,
can
the
hear
wind
you
is quite
properly.
much. If you can get to somewhere quiet or stuff.
Okay. That means I have to go off anyway. Shall let me just take a stroll and this might good. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
More they talk, shall they hear now? Make I dey stroll.
Good talk.
Make I dey stroll, they go now.
Oh,
You
okay.
get
Oh yeah now.
sometimes you get wetin dey make me proud of this country.
Okay.
I picked up a lady. She's a South African.
Okay.
Me being a Uber driver, and I know that Nigeria, there's no dignity of labor.
Yeah, true.
I feel like some kind of job is a cheap job, some kind of job is an expensive job,
True.
some kind of job deserve respect, some don't deserve respect. So
Yeah.
I picked up this lady and we got into conversations, and she said, I respect Nigerian guys a lot because they are hardworking, they are smart, and they are
Yeah.
intelligent.
Yeah.
They are so brilliant.
Of course.
But one thing she does not like about Nigeria is the leaders. That the leaders just keep these young guys hostage and trapped. And that's why Nigeria will never go far.
True.
Because the only reason that could make Nigeria go far is that the leaders give these young bloods their freedom to explore.
Because the environment is not even enabling to help you.
It's like we are just trapped. Because I see no reason where somebody lives here, goes to a Western world, and runs job from time to time, hours to hours, makes the money. The white guys, regards the fact that they are racist, they still like they still always, one thing they always like is your the way you walk over there. They just like it.
You see, the thing
once
is,
you're meeting up that.
Sorry, the thing is, you see, over these Western countries, they've been able to structure their systems in the way that if you don't work, you cannot eat. If you don't work, you cannot get penny. Nobody's going to give you.
You can't pay your bills, no lies.
Nobody's going to give you shit. So you just have to start up from your bed, go to work, because you find that at the end of the day, you only have little or less time for your family, because all they believe in here is you just have to wake up in the morning and hit the road. Because if you stay in your house, nobody's going to come and give you English breakfast. Nobody's going to give you. Nobody cares. There's dignity in labor. When I first got to this country, I always say, I started working in a potato factory. I was frying potato. That's what I was doing. You're laughing.
You fry potato and sell on the street.
You're frying it, but they were giving you respect now.
I was frying potato for weeks. I was paying. I was paying my bills. The thing is, when you come to these countries and all, and you need to get a job, like you need to get a professional job, like I'm into an engineering job. You need to be able to have some licenses and some other form of qualifications before you can venture into their world just like that. So it wasn't that the jobs were not coming. I was getting interviews, I was getting all, but I needed some few bits and tips just to be able to hang on to those jobs. First of all, is you need to have a UK's driver's license. You need to be able to drive, because most of the engineering jobs here come with a car, a company van, a company car. You should be able to drive. You should be able to be on the road. And if they're going to employ you and you cannot drive, you don't have a license, you're going to be a liability to the company. That means you cannot be functional. And everything is being paid per hour. Even if you know your monthly salary, it is still going to be broken down into hours. So you know the kind of hours you're doing per day. You know what you're expecting at the end of the month, because you don't work, you don't get paid. So this is a system that recognizes all our talents in our country, that we don't give the chance, we don't give the enabling environment to be able to thrive. All we think about this country is me. You know how many people have left the country in the space of 1 year? If you know the number of people that have left Nigeria in the space of 1 year, I know that if federal government if they have a way of stopping this migration process, they will do it, because some of them don't just want people to succeed or to excel. Because what happens is that when you excel, you have a voice. excel, once you start making it in life, once you start getting to some peak point, you'll be able to speak out. And majority of them just want you to be quiet.
You're right.
They don't want to say anything. They just want you to.
You're right. They want to be in control. They want to be in control of everything.
That's it. They don't want you to have a
of
voice.
the masses.
What's the big deal in cleaning? When I left potato factory, I moved to laundry. I was washing and ironing clothes in laundry. Before I got my major.
Bro, were you doing all these things here in Nigeria or over there?
I was a senior engineer, man, in Nigeria. I tell you. I was a senior engineer in Nigeria before moving to the UK. You know, I was current certified, NSC certified, NIEEE certified, you know, all those things. But over here, man, you know, all those shit don't count. You need to be able to do it. They need to see you. They don't want to see black and white. They want to see you grind. They want to see you climb that ladder. You must enter that roof. That is the difference. You should be able to do it yourself, not just showing certificates that you can do it. And luckily for me, I was doing it back home before moving here. So everything is a process. You can't just go into another man's land and just say, I've arrived. Oh yeah, where is the money? Which money? People wait on day here 50 years.
No. But they come over to Africa as expatriates.
Of course, because they have, let me tell you, because they have been trained. Let me tell you,
we are technically trained.
If you work here for minimum of 1 year, you work with these guys on the field. By the time you get back to the country, your orientation has changed. I doubt if you'll be able to cope because you have been trained. That's just it, because you have been trained. We do things, you see, this profession I'm in, I've been doing it in Nigeria for years. I've been doing audio, lifestyle for probably about 10 years now. And I'm getting into this country, it's done differently. Everything is planned. People are responsible for every stage of the job. Likewise, I'm not trying to speak down on Nigeria. I'm just trying to see how we can encourage, because for me, I started talking to some.
Give me a second. For those of us just joining us, I would like to welcome each and every one of you to the show. This is Eddy4ShoT live with FlyEd on the Wall with Eddy4ShoT, and we have our illustrious guests over here. I would like to introduce them one after the other. Let me see how I can introduce them. I can use the view finder and put everybody beside me, and then as I lift them up, you'll be able to see them. We have Henry over here. Henry Obiago is from Nigeria. He is an expert concierge of the Uber kind, and he can take you from point A to point B very satisfactorily and expertly. And we have over here Chigozie Iwu Gerald. He's also from Nigeria. He has a business near a beach front. I believe you have the shops near Bar Beach, right? Is it Bar Beach you're at or Alpha Beach? Where are you at? I apologize. But you will tell us in a few seconds. And then we have Ademola. He's currently based in the UK, currently as an audio specialist and engineer, an expert over there. And we are having conversations on the difficulties, on the, how will I say, the hurdles that they've had to pass through to get to where they are today. And over here on the right, we have Deji. Deji is a manager or a supervisor at an esteemed telecommunication company. We would like to welcome you to the show, sir. Welcome aboard. Thank you for joining us. Deji, you are Yoruba. Ademola is Yoruba. You're the same way. You know, we have two Igbos on this side and two Yorubas. I'll be the middle ground, although I don't speak Yoruba. Sorry. Yes, please unmute yourself so you can hear us.
Welcome, Chief. You're welcome.
Yeah, welcome everyone.
Yeah. So back to what I was saying. So I was just saying it doesn't. You see, the system is not enabling and it's not helping, because now everybody knows that. Okay, now let's look at it practically. This is the UK we are talking about. Before it was going through a bottleneck to get visa into the UK. So now, see how easy it is for people to come to the UK. Obviously, well, you have to spend lots of money and there are different routes. It's because these guys are wise. They know what they want. They know the number they are looking for. By the time they get to that number, everything is going to go back to bottleneck again. Because for them, it takes individual to build the system. You come in, you work. Obviously, you pay tax. You pay all those things. They get more money from you. They increase their level of productivity. They begin to have higher number of laborers. Because before, what we found out was that COVID had massive impact on a lot of companies, and so many people had to downsize. Some people had to go to their country. So many companies lost their staffs and all that. So they need people to be able to work so that they can be able to meet up to that range. So Nigeria, on the other hand, people are looking for a way to survive, just to put food on their table. And everywhere is just like bottleneck. Is it not condition that will make an engineering student go and do IT in police station?
Yeah, right.
a whole lot of shit is just going down. People will go to school with the mindset of, I just want to read and satisfy my parents. And at the end of the day, when we finish safe, there's no job. That's the mindset some people have now. Because look at ASU, how many months on strike? People are just busy here and there. It's just terrible.
Strike.
Yeah, it's just terrible. But on the other hand, we can't but talk about, if we talk about the problems, we just have to look out for the possible solutions as a team, as an individual, then as a person also. We can also do all these things by reaching out to, because if you lift one person, if you help one person, the other person helps the other person, the other person helps. So like that, you're passing the message across to a whole lot of people. So I just believe it. I don't believe in, because people now talk about the problems more. Let's be realistic and look at a way out. Let's see the solution. Everybody shouting, I want to be president now. I see behind all those shouts as more of personal gains to them. One of them sees it as a right. One of them sees it as, I've been contesting for long, so I need to get there. The other one sees it as, fine, I want to come and serve. But the person that wants to come and serve, is that really the true intention? Is that because it's very dicey? I tell you, it's just I'll drop my pen here for now. I'll let somebody else carry on that.
I'm getting questions from the fans over here. I'm getting from the link I sent earlier. This one is not from my other group I have. They're asking, how was the transition when you went from Nigeria to, you're in UK, right? What city are you in?
I'm in Lincoln.
Now, so you in Lincoln. What was the transition like when you went from? Was that your first time you traveled abroad? It's kind of, they're trying to ask, like, what was the culture shock like? Pretty much. Tell us about that.
Well, I wouldn't say well. Having been in some settings before, like the kind of jobs I used to do before, I've been to some places, and which I don't want to, let's just leave that aside. I've seen some things before. So coming into this country for me at first was like a big wow. I'm here. This is where I want to start living. So at first, the things were strange in the sense that nobody cares about you. All man for himself. There's nothing like you're going on the road and somebody's greeting you. You understand? So it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad or hard for me to be able to adapt into the system, because it just basically tells us that this is how things are meant to be done. As in, this is the way things are meant to be done, not the other way around. The only place I had more issues in trying to blend in was the driving. You know that, here, they drive on the other side of the road.
Driving is completely different.
They drive on the other side of the road, and the way driving is done here is quite different. It's different from the way we drive back
side of the road, not on the left side of the road. Or they drive on
the
the
left
side
on the right hand.
Right side.
No, on the right. The steering is on the right hand side now in this country.
Wow.
And they drive on the opposite side of the road as against Nigeria. You understand? And there are so many rules and regulations you have to pass through before you can even put your car on the road. So everything was like a movie to me. Like, you need to, when you buy your car, you need to get a license before you can drive. You need to have a car insurance. You need to tax your car. So many things like that. But to God, it wasn't something that for a serious-minded person who wants to hit the road and get things running. All those things, I see them as things to gear me up. I don't look at them as barriers to set me down. I have guys there that we came in together, and they keep telling me, oh, this person is. I say, oh, guy, when you go to the market, you don't look at the noise in the market. You focus on where you are going. Focus on your focus. Leave all these side talks and all these petty talks beside. You alone know where you are going, and you just have to face it squarely. Professionally, on the job aspect, it wasn't easy, because for engineering, you had to, like I said before, you needed to get some other forms of certification to be able to do some practice, some forms of engineering in this country. But if you have information, you'll be able to surpass all those things. That's just what I see. Information is key.
Got you. We do seem to be losing a bunch of participants in this talk. It looks like the talk is too incredible for some of them. They've timed out. But for those who are still on, like those that are listening on the Anchor and those that are listening on WhatsApp, what would you like to say? I think I can bring Ayodeji into this conversation. Would you like to share a couple of words with us on your transition from living in Nigeria? That is something you guys have in common, at least, right? You've lived in Nigeria. You learned a lot about how it is to navigate Nigeria, and then now you're in a different country, and it's like you have to relearn some things. Like as Ademola was saying, you have to relearn how to drive. How it's a little bit different, even though you know how to move the motor vehicle properly.
It's more than that.
They say it's more than that. So you know all this, your uncles that tell you, I've been driving for donkey years. That doesn't fly. It doesn't fly. So what we are trying to say is that please give us your perspective on this matter, Sir Adeji. Are you there?
Is his mic? I think his mic muted or something.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still there. But
are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
All right. Yeah.
We're asking for your own perspective on the transition from being in Nigeria, experiencing Nigeria's hardship and its worship, and basically telling us what you think it is. What's the difference? What has it been for you compared to Nigeria, your transition over here in America? And what can you tell those that are still on their way here?
Well, I would say, of course, the environment is different, the culture is different, the challenge is different. The needs that you have in Nigeria is different from the needs you have right here.
Of course.
When you are coming in, if you have not planned yourself very well, if you have not been exposed very well, you would initially struggle. And like he rightly said, it depends on what you're doing in Nigeria before you come in. Some, because of what you have gone through, you can easily blame because you are here for a focus. This is what I want to get. So no matter the situation, I'm going to get it. First of all, the weather is different depending on where you are. I'm in the United States. We don't have snow. In Nigeria, you don't have So you start to blend into that, especially if you have not been here before, or you have not traveled to a state. It's even worse in some states like in Canada and all that, where cold weather. And at times when you go overseas, you might be in the United States, you literally you are looking for opportunities, so you don't get to choose where you're going to, right? So in the United States now, it can be any of the states. So, and you have to kind of like blend into it. Your situation might be different. I'll share mine. It might be that you have somebody that can really guide you. It might be that you don't even have anybody to guide you. So some people go faster in getting what they want to get. Some, you are just on your own. So you start learning everything. Nobody to really guide you, what to wear, what not to wear, what to do, what not to do, the kind of jobs ahead. If you are very opportune, where you go to, the person there, maybe his or her job is able to train you. And that's exactly what job you'll be looking to get, because that's the only thing that you hear about, and you don't know any other place, nobody to guide you. So in my situation, I came here to study, and being a student gave me the opportunity to quickly learn one or two things. So by the time I was done, I came to do my MBA.
Okay.
I came to do my master's in business administration. So so that's, and Nigerians, when it comes to study, they get everything. So they don't just graduate with their degrees. they graduate with every other thing. Some graduates married, some graduates with job, so many things. So except you have alternative or other plans. So when you come in and this thing, I want to go back, your plan will be different. You just focus on your study. If you come here with the sense that I don't want to go back, then you start looking for opportunities. In fact, you start working in that school, and that is opportunity. Yeah, opportunity, and that would that would expose you to so many things. So by the time you are done, you kind of have an idea of where you want to go. So that kind of transition matters. But that's what I'm saying, it's different for everybody. The weather is another issue. The opportunity when it comes to job is another issue. Some, because you don't have the documentation to work, but you have the conviction to stay in the country. You start with some jobs where, that's not what you want to do. But you learn a lot in those kind of jobs. Some, even while doing that, they go to school. So everyone's situation is different. There are 50 different situations, So really, mine cannot work for you, but the only thing I can share is that there's one spirit we have as Nigerians. Anywhere we go to, we know where we are coming from, right?
Of course.
So every time you remember where you're coming from, you know where you're going to. Yeah. So because you don't want to go back to where you're coming from.
Of course.
That's a good motivation. So nobody needs to motivate you.
Of
you
course.
Go there, you work in a retail store, like you shared his own experience. You go there, you go to Flip Burger, you go there, you just get something doing. And there's dignity in labor in here, because the same job you are doing, the people that you met in this country are doing it. It's not like people of your color that are doing it. Everybody is doing it. You see a 17-year-old already working.
Of course. That's what they encourage.
School. Yeah, so they encourage work. And there's labor for your work. The only thing is that what we do, and that, Eddy, is that when we come here, we aspire. Some of the people that are in this country, they don't really aspire as much as us because they are not coming from anywhere. They are here.
Yeah.
So at times we leave them there. So, and that's what has happened. We see when they go somewhere, at one point, in fact, even in a country like the United States today, I feel we work in a corporate organization. Some people that came here, like the African Americans that came as slaves when they came here, Nigerians have bigger positions more than them. Because you come here, you study, you want to get something for yourself, but they, of course, because of where they are coming from, they are still fighting the racism. I'm not here to fight racism. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to fight racism. It's there, right? But it won't stop me.
Yeah, true.
Where I want to go to. If a police stop me today, I'm not going to ask him, is it because I'm black that's why he stopped me? No. Is that okay, officer? What happened? Okay, this. All right. I don't have to argue because I know where I'm coming from. Yeah, the people the people that are looking up to me are more than the ones that are following the policeman. So that mentality alone is different, So I was given an example. I was talking to some of my friends. I said, can you imagine that? If you look at the history of African Americans, especially in the United States, the slaves were brought here without their permission and all that. But look at what has happened. What differentiated them? The first black president in the US is not directly from the slaves, is he? His father was in Kenya. He came here to study. Right?
Yeah.
He was born
the first female black vice president.
Yeah.
Same thing. Not from the people that they brought here. The father is from the mother is Indian. Yeah, our father is from.
There are a lot of immigrants in so many countries that are holding.
They are holding top positions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the same thing. If you look at the dollar bill that we have, the person in charge of the treasury, the second in command, the Nigerian. What differentiated them? They came here, they studied.
Of course.
Yeah, they're not fighting for anything. They just refine themselves. They refine their hustle. And
of course.
Yes, and that's so for us when it comes to transition. For me, what I'm seeing, there's where you're coming from will make you blend, no matter what the situation. You can ask him too. If the Nigerians when they go anywhere, I'm not afraid of Nigerians excelling, and they're excelling where they are. The situations you are going through or where you're coming from is enough motivation for you to. If you now come here, So anywhere, I've been privileged to travel to too many countries, a lot, like in Asia, all that. I did a lot of programs there. There's nowhere, there's no Nigerians. They are there. In the coldest place, they are there. In the hottest place, they are there.
You have people fire and stuff in the country.
Yes, they are there.
There's this myth I heard. I don't know if you guys heard the same thing when I was traveling. That if you go to any country and you don't find a Nigerian in there, run 440 from that country. I don't know if you heard that.
They are there. There's nowhere Nigerians are not, because Yes, there's nowhere there. What I've seen, there's nowhere that has opportunities that Nigerians are not. Let me
Of
put
course.
it that. Yeah, there's some places where there's nothing. There's really nothing they will be doing there. Even if they're there,
this has actually changed a lot of orientation that some people have back home, because we have a lot of people with the mindset that, oh, you're going abroad, you're picking money on trees, you're picking money on the floor.
And there was never a time when that was true.
Of course.
There was never a time when that was true.
Of course, because you travel out and it seems like you're building more enemies for yourself back home. Because people try to reach you, they don't get to you, or because you're struggling for your life, you're trying to survive.
And what happens again for people like us that immigrated to this country is that there's also a difference between how we succeed against some people that are succeeding here. The drag might be because, like, if you have somebody that is here already, citizens of this country, and that, when they start making progress in their life, they are set up in a good way where they don't think about home or where they are coming from. They're always looking for home, right? Yeah. They don't send money home. They don't do everything. Whatever they earn, nobody takes it from them. Measure with your own success. When you start making success, then the things that maybe the money that you, let me give you an example. The money you would have saved in 3-4 years that would have made you to launch $1 million business, you won't, because you keep spending money.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying? Because you keep remembering where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Right? But your peer, your friend, will be able to do it because it doesn't have to think that way.
Yeah.
Except you have a very good breakthrough idea where you don't have to wait or save money or do everything. So, but they go faster. But we have to, because of where we are coming from, we want to make it like this. They don't have patience for you to get that, where the thing is that once they know you have it, you have to help, right? And,
of course.
And you will be thinking that, hey, if I have that $10 million, I will be able to help you more, but just give me 2-3 more years. But you can't. Yeah.
You don't understand that part.
This will come up. Yeah. Come on.
It's a normal fact. It will always happen. And, I always tell people that Nigeria is blessed. And what we just fail to realize is sometimes I sit back and I just think about the whole situation. And I just wonder that if everything was fine, if things were in the normal proportion and in the right way in the country, and everything was good.
What is your picture of a normal proportion Nigeria?
And where everybody has,
before you answer that, hold that thought, please. Because I would like to sign this out and restart this. We're about to run out of time. I do appreciate you for holding that thought. That's a very brilliant question we're about to answer, and I'm very sure you have a lot. So I want to give you time to marinate that thought, ruminate on it, and by the time you expel it into the world, let it be congenitent enough for us to be knowledgeable. Sadeji, I do appreciate you for joining us. I do want to restart this again. If you could give us 5 minutes.
Yeah, but you don't have to speak too much grammar. Just restart. What's marinate and substitute and all because you want people to say, please come back and say what you have to say. Just make it simple.
Yes, we'll be back. You'll be listening to Eddy4ShoT FlyEd on the Wall podcast, and we have Ademola Denako and Sadeji in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you, everybody. We'll be right back.